Okay, see. Now library is nothing but what we can say is like one simple JS file. Okay. Okay, it's like one JS file. Let's say it's a JS file. In that JS file, usually what we can write, if you have a JS file, usually what we can do, usually what we can do,
We can import, export that.
One JS file contains variables. Okay, variables. The next one is what? Visible, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, variables. The next one is what? Methods or functions, you can say. Functions. The next one is like a classes most of the times. Now, once you have this JS file, you have these items. You have one JS file, 2.js is there. In the 2.js file, if you want one of the variable, okay, either n1, n2, one function, anything, if you want to use it, then that time you have to go with, see, you have to go with your import, okay, from which file, and here what you are importing, something like this, we can write it. Okay, so I have one JS file is there, 2.js. In that JS file, I need one variable called as a n1. That variable n1 inside 1.js. Okay, na? 1.js. Now, how my 2.js is going to get that variable means very simple. We have one concept is there, modules concept. Modules. Okay. Do you have an idea on modules concept?
I have.
No. Okay. First of all, this module concept is very very important. Why, this import and exports are there now, not only for React, it is for Angular or Node.js, wherever one JS file have some content. That content, if you want to use in another JS file, then the time through modules concept we are going to do it. For example, if you take like your .NET, we have the packages now using something like that. Okay, same kind of here import and export statements, more than that nothing. Okay, let's go with first simply one modules concept. Okay, now let's go with the modules. Okay, so first let me create in the TypeScript folder only. Okay, na? I'm going to create one more folder called as a modules. Okay, so first of all, if you want to work with modules, first you can get the package.json file first. Okay, how we can create the package.json file if you want to create your own, if you want to create one module. Okay, for that I need one package.json file. Okay, I can say the type is like a module. Then that time, okay, this particular folder I can use like a module. Okay, it's a one kind of module. Module is nothing but in our case, see, there has one application is there. There has multiple modules are there, right? Each and every module is belongs to one functional. Same kind of here also, this folder I want to treat like a module which is related to some functionality. Think like that. Okay, now how we can externally one package.json file we can create. Last time we created an application by using which command? Wait command. Okay, whenever you use like a wait command, see here package.json and everything is like loaded, right? So this is like one application, one module you can say. Like that I want to create one more module, but I don't want this much. Okay, React I don't want this, like a plain module I want. Okay, simple module I want. That means one package.json is required. So how we can create one package.json, see, you can go to the modules folder. Okay, na? Here just type npm init is the command. Npm init. Whenever you type like npm init, it is going to ask you some questions. Okay, what is your application name, that is module name, and all these questions. Just you can click on enter. Okay, now see, it is going to ask. It takes some time, just wait. Now in the inside the module, what we can write? Okay, one JS file is there. For example, a.js file is there. Now see, it's asking package name is nothing but module name. Okay, anything you can give. Now see, okay, version, okay, description, okay, entry, like this, all other keywords. Just I am clicking on enter, enter, enter. That's it. So finally, my package.json created or not. Okay. In the package.json, you have to externally add one property. What is that property? You know, type property. That type should be module. Then that time it is like one individual module. Okay. So now come here. Now come here. In the a.js file, I have one variable is there constant n1 equals to 10. Just think like that. Okay. Now this particular variable I want to in another file arithmetic.js. Think like that. Okay. Now here if I write like console.log of n1 plus n2, okay, we have one more file also there, b.js. Inside this one n2 equals to 20 is there. See, I have a.js is there, okay, n1 equals to 10, b.js is there, n2 equals to 20, arithmetic.js is there, here n1 plus n2 is there. Okay, now whenever I run arithmetic.js, can you tell me what is the output? Whenever you run arithmetic.js, so what happened?
N1 is undefined and
N1 is not defined error, you can get it. That's a simple, that is expected only. Why? Because in this particular context, it is looking for N1. N1 is not there. That is the reason what error you can get it. N1 is not defined. But where is our N1?
N1 is in
a.js. Yes, perfect. A.js. Now, a.js has N1. So, this N1 who want arithmetic.js. For example, this guy want one value from a.js means this person ready to give that value or not, first of all. Okay, if we give them only, right, we can take it. So a.js has to tell programmatically, yes, I am ready to give this value to outside. So programmatically, how we can tell this? Yes, okay, this n1 programmatically how we can tell we are ready to give it to outside. So two ways we can. One is like export, another one is like export default. Okay, two ways we can. So let's go with export default n1. Okay, done. Now another one b.js is there na, here also export export default n2. Done.
I remember you saying that default should be either 0 or 1.
Yes, maximum one.
Minimum
Correct.
0.
Minimum 0. That is okay. Yeah.
Other rest of the
Exports you can write any number.
Yeah.
Any number. Okay. Now a.js and b.js both are like exported with default or without default.
This is
With default. So who requires this value? Arithmetic.js. Now my arithmetic.js first to travel to that file and whatever the exported value is that exported value you have to take it. Okay, let's go. First import. Okay, na? Import. Okay, here you can give some space from where you are here. A.js also within the same folder or not, same hierarchy. Whenever it is like same hierarchy, I am looking for one member within the current folder. What is that file? A.js file or not, something like this. Now come here. Now see here. Yeah. Now come see. I have imported. I have imported n1 from a.js. I have imported n2 from b.js or not. Now n1 and n2 both are there or not there? Both are there, so that there is no problem. Now you can get the output is like 30. Understood? So here the thing is, whenever in your code, wherever you see import one value without curly braces, then the time you have to understand like that particular value exported with default from this file. Like this you have to understand. Understood? Yeah. So whenever in your code, if you see like import one reference without curly braces, then the time you have to understand
Default
that
one.
particular member exported with default in this particular file from this particular N3 also I required. Okay, N3 also I required. Now, as usual, you can get the error is what N3 is not defined. Perfect. Now there has one more value constant N3 equals to 30 is there. So here can I do export to default to N3? Can I do export default to N3? Now see, if I do export default N3, it gives an error. Na?
Yeah,
Yes or no? Why? Because very simple reason. Why? Because one file maximum one default. So you already you put like what export default value or not. So you should not use one more export default in your file or not. So that I removed. Okay, that is okay. Can I export more than one value from here? See,
If it is default only one, if it is not default, you can put it in curly braces.
yeah, here not curly braces. Now you are exporting. Okay, now two export defaults we should not write. So that what I did, one export default only, but values with comma separated I written. Okay, now still you are getting the error or not? Yes or no? That means I can understand like in one file there is no two export defaults. So at the same time within one export default we should not export multiple values. Okay, individual values we should not export. So both are like invalid syntax only it's showing, right? So that what is our option?
You have to write one more.
Without default you have to export it. Okay, so which value you want me to export without
N3.
default? N3. So export to N3. Now see, whenever you written like export N3 it gives an error. Okay, without default most of the times inline only. Okay, within the same line we can do it. Okay, na? You can do it. Now you can review this. Okay, na? Now tell me, this particular file exported how many values?
This
Two values. Two values. One is like with default, another one is like without default or not. Now let's go to our arithmetic.js. Okay, na? Now which file, from which file you want me to take the data?
From both the files.
A.js. A.js. Okay. Two values from A.js. A.js. Perfect. Already you one value you imported. Okay, exported two values. I want those two values. I want to import here. Okay, another value is what I want to import.
N3.
N3 or not? N3 or not? Now here the thing is, if you write like this, the problem here. Okay, both are looks like what? Export default only, right? How we can differentiate? We are not able to differentiate. One export default, how many times you can write? Only one time. That the reason either this one without default or either this one without default. So I know that which one is like without default. N3. So whenever you exported a value without default, you can import it with destructuring format. So what is my destructuring format? Okay, curly braces, control space you can put it. Now see, you can get the helper whatever you exported without default or not. Now you can get the proper output. Now see, you can get like 60 or not. Now what I'm going to do is here x, here also x I return. Now will it work or not work?
It will default, you can call by with any name you told last time.
Yes. Now it is valid or invalid? 100% valid. See, why it is very, very important for us. Basically, export default to where exactly we are going to use. Export without default is there. Export with default is there. Then which one is like where we are going to use? Which one is recommended one? Okay, in some places. Okay, export default where it is recommended one, export where it is recommended one. That is the question, right? Okay, for the same functionality, there is two ways out there. Okay, with the default to without default. Which one you have to use where? That is the question or not. So this one is like valid or not? As you said, it's valid. Why? Very simple. In one file, maximum how many export defaults you can write? Only one. That only one person is there. I can call with any name or not. Okay, same like this. Export default values we can refer with any reference. Okay, na? So it is like 100% valid. 100% valid. Now my question is, export without default where you are going to use, export with default where we are going to use. That is the question. Yeah. Do you have an idea?
No.
Come on.
I forgot actually. I have to.
Yeah. So it's very simple thing. For example, if you take like a Next.js application, okay, most of the times we are going to use that one. Okay. Now we can say like simply loosely coupling. Loosely coupling. You have a one third party library. Let's take like this. You have one third party library. This is my third party library. This third party library you used in your application. Think like that. Used in your application. Okay, na? In the third party library, there has one component is there. Okay, multiple components are there. Think like that. One of the component you are using. Okay, that component is what you know. For example, functional component. Na? Okay, my component is like a home is my component. Just think like that. Okay, na? Okay, done. Now I exported export default. Okay, name is like home. Okay, export default name is like home. Done. Now this third party library I am using in my application or not. So this home component I used in how many places, you know? Okay, 100 places I used. Okay, na? 100 places I used. So what you have to do? You can, okay, just simply you exported first time with the default, you can say. Okay, export. Okay, export function, something like this with default, simply. Okay, without default, sorry, without default you exported. Okay, na? Whenever you exported without default, how we can import? Tell me. Import from that particular path is nothing but that particular library. Library. Now it's a library, na? Okay, your side is library is there or not? Library, right? You something starts with that is a library, and here which component you exported with out default home component here. In your case, there has okay tooltip or something home component you used. Okay, this home component in your application, okay, 10 places used. Think like that. Okay, done. This is nothing is there. One library is there. Library is nothing but one JS file is there. In the JS file, one component is there. That component they exported without default. Whenever the component exported without default means you can import with curly braces. Yes or no? And you used how many places? How many places used? 10 places used. Okay. Everything is okay. Okay, it is working as expected. Now, third party library, they want to change. Third party library, they want to change something, some functionality they want to change. At the same time, they want to change the name also. Okay, think like that. Whenever they did the change in the name home to home one, how many people are using this library? Those many people are affected or not?
Exactly.
Yes or no? Why? Because okay, you are using from that library. Okay, so that you have to export. Okay, export which value? Home one now. Home is there or not there? Not there. Remaining people are using what? Home. So that everyone has to change home to home one or not? Yes or no? That means it is both are like tightly coupled or not? That guy changed, here also it is affected. Yes or no?
Yeah.
But my question is like, I don't want to affect other people. Okay, my changes should not affect other people. Then that time, if you do like this, if you do export default to home one, okay, now tell me, I can import without curly braces like this, any value you can export with default, you can refer with any name or not. Now tell me, if you do like something like home, anything you can put it. Is it affect or not affect outside people? Affect?
Yeah.
Affect or not
No,
affect?
no,
Not
no,
affect,
no,
right?
affect.
Not affect. Why? Because it's like export default, nah? Okay, so whenever you export default, anything you can export. That is file level. Only one, so that I can import it or not. Now tell me, if you do any change also, remaining people affected or not affected?
Not affected.
Not affected, right? Okay, that means okay, it's like loosely coupled or not? Okay, in that case, you can go with what? Export default. Understood or not? I don't want to change it. Okay, I want to multiple. See, this is only one export default. There is multiple values. If you want to export, then that there is no other option for us. You have to go with what?
Yeah.
Okay, export without default only or not. Understood, right? With default and without default. Now come here. Now see. This is my arithmetic. Now any name, just you can put it. Now, not only variables, so you can export anything or not from the file. Yes or no? One function is there, you can export it. Okay, one class is there, you can export it. One component is there, you can export it or not. Yes or no? Now, how we can? Okay, let's take this n1 and n2. These values are there now. Okay, I don't want this n1 value. I want to export as like a function. As like a function. My function should gives me this n1 value. So what you have to do? Very simple. Can you create one function? Function n1, something like this. Done. My function n1. Now you export default what? N1. My n1 type is what? Come on.
N1 type is integer.
No, n1 type.
N1 type is
Function, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my n1 type is like a function. That's it. Okay, you exported what? N1. So arithmetic.js, that is export with default, without default, with default. You can refer with what? Any name. What is my x type? It's a function. Whenever it is a function, can we call it? Okay, whenever you call x, you are calling is nothing but export default value you are calling from a.js. A.js export default value is what? N1. That N1 if you call, then which value you can get it? Return value. What is the return value? 10 you can get it. That 10 it's like printed here or not? Yes or no? Okay, now? Now, instead of this N2, I want to use like a class. Okay, anything. Okay, b.js. Let's take like a class now. Okay, how we can write it? I have a class B. Inside the class, there has one variable is there, n1 equals to 20. Think like that. Now you exported what? You exported a B. Okay, now done. Now tell me, my b.js exported which value? Exported which value? Class.
Oh, yeah.
Class, na? See here, export default what? Class. Okay. Now, who import this one? Who import? Here, arithmetic.js, na? So, arithmetic.js. So, from the b.js file, what you are getting? What they exported? A class. Okay, what you can get? That class only, right? Exported value or not? So, any name you can put it, no problem at all. Okay, now my B type is what? Class. In your hand, one class is there. What you can do? You can create an object and call your value or not. N1, N2, whatever it may be. Yes or no? This is the way you can export either a variable, either a function, either a class, or in React, it's a component also. Component also. Okay, in the React, what we can do? In the React, we can export the component also or not. Agreed? Okay. Okay, this is the way it's going to work. Now let's come back to ours. Okay. Now let's go to our my app. Yesterday's app, CD my app. Now I want to use like one third-party library. For example, you can take like a carousel. Carousel, for example, carousel. Otherwise, accordion you can take it. Okay, that accordion is inside one of the third-party library. Okay, that is like a React Bootstrap, for example. Now that React Bootstrap, you have to install, and those people exported those components or not. Now what you have to do? You have to import that component. You have to use it as like a component. Okay, another one, whatever it may be. Okay, first of all, any third-party library, if you want to use, make sure that third-party library should install in your application. Okay, how we can check it is like installed or not installed? How we can check? In the package.json, you have to check it. Okay, first of all, in the package.json, in the dependencies section, your library there are not there. Your library with what version? With some version, it is there or not there, you can check it. In your case, your internal library is there, na? UH or something like that. that is your library. That is not, I am not able to use that library.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because that is like one, that's a kind of storybook. Okay, they created the library, a private library to your organization, to your applications only, not for all.
Yeah.
Okay, now Bootstrap is there. That is not only for you. That is for whole. Okay, that is like a public library, you can say.
Yeah.
So some of the libraries you can say like a public, some of the libraries you can say like a private. Now that is the one is like a protected one. Okay, that is only for your organization. Understood?
Yeah.
Now we are going to use like a React Bootstrap, for example. Now any library now onwards, if you want to use it, okay, let's go to the Google. Okay, that library, one problem has multiple solutions. Okay, that the reason which solution you want me to pick, that is the goal. Okay, first of all, which multiple solutions are there, one problem, which solution is the best one? Okay, which solution is the best, you have to find it or not. So how we can find which solution is the best means, always you can go to your, okay, npmjs.org. Okay, here public libraries you can find it. React Bootstrap. Okay, now see React Bootstrap is there now. Click on it. Now whenever you click, it is navigate to some other file. See, this is the one, npmjs.com, your package name. This is the URL. Now if you come down, now see here, weekly downloads are there na. Weekly downloads. This is an important for us. Why, weekly these many people downloading this library means these many people are using.
Yeah.
It is works for these many people. So I can understand, I can assume like that is works for me also. Something like this I can assume or not. Okay, so anytime any third party library if you want to use, go to this website npmjs.com package, and your package name you can mention. Okay, that time if it is like a public one, you can see how many people are downloading that particular package. You can understood. So these many people are using means yes, okay, it is works for these many people means it is works for you also. Okay, like this you can understand. Now if you come here, okay, they are going to provide you some of the links also. You can use those links, otherwise directly you can go to your Google, just you can do React Bootstrap. Okay, now you can directly go to this one, React Bootstrap. Okay, you can do like this. Okay, now just do get started. Now first what you have to do, first if you want to work with any library, that is like a protected or private, it's not a matter, protected or public, it's not a matter, any library if you want to use, first of all that library should be inside your application. Inside your application. How we can check in your that library is there or not there? In the package.json you have to check.
Yeah.
See, in the package.json is like there, but sometimes it's not work means what, that is like registered but not downloaded. You have to download it.
Okay.
So make sure that should be in the package.json first, and make sure those are like downloaded and placed in the node modules folder or not. You have to check it.
Also node module.
In the node modules folder also you have to check it. Okay, if it is there, that's good. If it is there, that's good. Okay, now if you come here, in this package.json, it is not there. So can we install it? npm, you have to install that library first. npm install, see, React Bootstrap and Bootstrap. Why? Because my React Bootstrap, they built on top of core Bootstrap. Both should be there. So in one command, multiple libraries, if you want to install, like this, you can install npm install any number of libraries you can mention with the space separation. Okay, now come here, now do it. Whenever you run npm install one library, two things here. One command is like npm install, okay? Another command is like npm install your library name and okay, space your library name. This is one thing. Okay, npm install your library name, okay, at the rate 1.1.1, some specific version. The difference, tell me.
One will take install.
First one is like npm install means in your package.json how many dependencies are there. All the dependencies are like download, place inside where? Node modules folder. Place that node modules folder in your application. That is first thing. The next one is like what? npm install multiple libraries, specific libraries if you want to install. Okay, one any number, this is not a matter. npm install that particular library. Okay, another library, like this, any number of libraries you can install. That is one thing. The next one is like here is what? npm install library. It's a specific version. Okay, now one library they released in the market means, okay, this is like previous there has one version maybe there, current this is the version, future there is some other versions also can be released, possibility there, right? Now these are the three ways we can install most of the times our libraries in our application. One is like all the libraries, another one is like specific library or libraries, another one is like specific library with the specific version. Okay, na? Now in my case, okay, if you run this one, what is this?
It is a
specific libraries. Specific libraries. Now, if you click on this one, no, sir. Specific libraries. Now, see, whenever you run this one, first operation is what? Download these two libraries, okay, and place inside the node modules folder, and register or add those libraries in the dependencies section with the latest versions. Understood?
So it will update that library.
Latest versions. You not mentioned anything means that is latest only it is going to take. Okay, na? Now see, the operation is like whenever you install one library, download that library, place inside the node underscore modules folder, and register that library in the package.json in the dependencies section with latest version. Okay, so one command is going to do these many things, and one more also, and log that version in my package log.json. Okay, don't touch package log.json and node modules, both are like what? Auto generated. Don't touch those two. Okay, na? Done. Okay, now the next one, your goal is what? You have to use like a one accordion. Okay, now the accordion is there or not there, I don't know. So that most of the times you have to go with that particular library they released, right? That related source code they provide, if it is like open source. In your case also you are using that library, na? Okay, you can find, if you don't know, you can find that library contains how many components, that user guide you can find it. You have to ask them the URL. Those people. Okay, that is internal library, na? Okay, that library they have to keep somewhere. Okay, that URL if you get it, that is something like this only. Okay, you can play with that. Okay, it's a kind of storybook. Okay, na? Now here, see, there is a component section is there, na? In the component section, accordion is there, right? Now this is my accordion. Okay, I can use in my application. Okay, now in the accordion, see how many components are there. Okay, see, they imported accordion from which? React Bootstrap and the accordion. Now tell me, in the React Bootstrap folder, okay, there has an accordion file is there. The accordion file exported with default or without default, this accordion with default, right? With default or not, so that any name. In future React Bootstrap people, instead of accordion they put like accordion 234, then that will it affect or not affect? Not affect, right? So here what things are required? Okay, accordion header is required and accordion body is required. Okay, now we can create our own. You can take one form. Okay, header and body. Okay, header one text box, body one text area. If I click on the submit, okay, just you can add multiple objects. Okay, let's take your own requirement, you can take it. I have one form is there. In that form, I am going to build a array of objects. Object contains what? Key value pair. Okay, first one is like your header, second one is like body. Like that, 5 objects you can create. Okay, now those 5 objects I want to show in the accordion format. Now that time, those 5 objects you have to give it to whom? This guy. There I can see those values in the accordion. Understood or not? First requirement is what? I need a form. 2 fields. One is like text box, another one is like text area. Okay, in the text box, just I'm going to add like a first header is a Sachin. Body Sachin related data. Okay, keep it. Okay, submit. Store somewhere. One more object you can add. One more object you can add. Okay, 5 objects you added. Now, how many added? 5, right? Those 5 I want to see in the accordion format. Now, button you can put show accordion or show players. Whenever you click on the show players, then accordion should visible to you. Okay, with what? Whatever you 5 objects you loaded, you store it, right? Those 5 objects I want to show in the accordion. That is our goal. Okay, now you click on the submit. That submit, just think that data store in the database. Whenever you click on the show accordion, you can retrieve the data from the database and show in the accordion. Okay, here the database concept is not there, just ready with the data. Okay, once you have ready with the data, this is a matter of what? Sending the request and getting the response only, right? Okay, shall do that? Okay, let's go. Now tell me the format. What format we are following? I want to create one folder. Okay, players folder I can create. Players folder. Okay, which files you want me to place?
TSX.
Players.tsx.
TSX and TS also, right?
TSX one file. Next one is what?
TS.
Players.module.css. Okay, now you can see your application also same like this one. Okay, the next one is what? Players dot, okay, index.ts. See, your application same like that. One folder you can check, any folder you can open. Okay, these 3 files only you can see now.
Index, TSH, and normal.
Module.ts, module.css, there or not there? Now, see, this CSS is, for example, not required. Now open the components. Where is my component? Admin. Okay, let me open this admin component. If you open this admin component in this first one, okay. Now see, I opened the first one. How it looks like? The first one, the component section. How many files are there? 3 files. What are those? TSX file and a module.css file and index.ts or not? Yes or no? Okay, let's go. First, create a component. Okay, what kind of component is this? It's a functional one. It's a functional component whose type is like a functional component. Done? Okay, next, module.css. Yesterday I told, tell me. I have one class is there, CLR. Okay, I have one class is there. I want to show the color is like red. I have one more class is there, font size. Okay, my font size is like 30 pixel. 2 classes are there. Think like that. Okay, any class. Now, how we can apply these CSS in your DSX? How we can import model CSS? Import as like a export default value. Export default value. Okay, just think, my module CSS have something with export default. Then how we can import? With curly brace or without curly brace? With default means without curly brace. Okay, just think like that. Think like that. Okay, now we have the styles. Okay, now first one. I want to show first one heading. You can take it. heading you can take it. Now see, first one is what? Styles dot color. Yes or no? Okay, next font size. Why I'm using like font size here dot to here square bracket notation?
Because it is dynamic.
Not like that. Both are like static only, na? Why? Because in module CSS, whenever you have a text without any hyphen, any okay special characters, then that time directly you can use like a dot CLR. Understood? Here hyphen special character is there or not there? Most of the times we are going to use in CSS hyphen only. Okay, whenever you use like a hyphen, now if I follow dot notation, then see font size, it gives an error or not? Understood or not? So if it is like no hyphens, now it is okay or not? Now anywhere if you see the hyphen, that time you have to go with square bracket notation. That's it. Understood? Okay, now this is my players data, players form you can say. Okay, na? This is my players form. Now I have one more. Okay, here just h3. Okay, h3 display player, show players for example. Okay, show players. Then now here what do you want me to do? One text box, one text area is required. One text box, text area. Tell me how we can. One para you can take it. Otherwise, if you want to use Bootstrap, you can use Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap CSS if you want to use. Shall we use Bootstrap CSS? You know Bootstrap? Okay, first of all, if you want to use Bootstrap, import the Bootstrap first. Okay, so where you want me to import? Application level I want to import it. In the source, in my main.tsx, see application level CSS is there now. Import Bootstrap dist CSS Bootstrap min.css, like this you can apply. Now my Bootstrap CSS is available. Now you can use it. Okay, grid system in Bootstrap, you know, grid system in Bootstrap. Okay, just I'm going to write it. Okay, you can see one div you can take it. Okay, here in Bootstrap it's like a one row. Okay, this is one row. Row contains how many columns in Bootstrap?
3 by 3, 9.
12 columns. 12 columns. Okay, now how many columns you want to give to text box? How many columns you want to give to the label? You can decide. Okay, now I want to give the class name all sm. 5 columns I want to give to the label. What is my label here? Header. Okay, now after that one text box is required, na? Yes or no? Now I want to give 3 columns for the text box. Okay, done. This is one row. How many are like pending? 5 plus 3, 8. 4 are okay, leave it. I don't want to use. Now come here. There has one more row is required. Okay, row to row I need some gap. Margin bottom 3, something like this you can give. Margin bottom 3. Now can you come here? This time body. Okay, this is text area. Now text area done. Type is not required for text area, just leave it up to here. Done. I need one more. Okay, save. One more button is required. Okay, just you can take like one more button here. Just I want to mention. Okay, div class, these many not required. One save button is required. That's it. Okay, so I need a button. Okay, save. Total 12. I want to place it in the center. Done. This is one simple form. Okay, what we have? Text box, text area, text box, header related data. Okay, body related data, text area. Done. Okay, now this players component I want to use where, you know, this players component in my root component I want to place it. So can we place students is there na? Shall I comment this one? Now this time what do you want? Players. This time I want like a players. Now see, whenever I use like a players, I don't want like that. Within the folder, I refer up to folder only. If you refer up to folder, now by default it is pointing to which file in the folder?
Players.
Index.
Etc.
This is players folder. You not mention, see, folder is not having the value now. Who has the value actually? File. Okay, here player is what? Folder. Okay, but you not mention file name. If you not mention file name, then it's pointing to what by default? Index.js or ts. So now let's go to the index.ts. Now here import players. Now you imported with out default. Why? They exported without default. Na? Yes or no? Now within the same line, if you want to export, you can export it. It's a syntax. Same line import and export, you can do it. Okay. Now there is no error. See, there is no error or not in the app.tsx. Yes, my players there. Okay. Now let's do npm run dev is the command. Okay. Yes, now it is running on 5173 is the port number. Now come here, 5173 is the port number. Now you can see one form. You can see one form. Now if I enter the data, now this data you have to build like what? This data you have to build like what? Now see, okay, as like a array of objects. Now see, this is header I want in the right side. Okay, na? Little bit changes you can do it. Now I want right side means text end is the bootstrap class. Okay, na? Here also text end is the bootstrap class. Now see, done. Now this one I want in the middle, for example. Okay, so here if you want to add one more class, text center margin bottom 3. Now see, my players form is ready. Okay, the next one is like show players are there na, margin bottom 5 you can put it. Yes, the next one is like show players here also. Now you can place like a text center margin bottom 4. Now done. Now see, my form is ready. Now this button also I want like this. Bootstrap class name equals to btn primary. btn primary. Done. This is my form. Now what do you have to do? Here, whenever I enter like a Sachin, his details I enter here, and if I click on the save, you have to keep this data in one of the array as like an object format. Okay, that is our goal. Now, okay, whenever you click on the save, you can clear it. Okay, if you click again, okay, some data you can enter and clear it. Here, show players is there. Na? Here I have one more button. If I click on the button, all this data I want to show in the accordion format, which is coming from React Bootstrap. Third party library. Okay, now tell me what you have to do. You have to take the data now. How we can take the data? Take the data and build in the JSON format. Tell me. First of all, you have to maintain the data. Okay, so constant my data set data is equals to use state. This is which type? Array of objects. Each object contains what? Each object contains object nothing but properties only. How many properties every object? 2 properties. First property is what? Header. Second property is what? Body. Yes or no? So this is like instead of any of array, can we write our own type which contains how many properties? 2 properties. What are those? Name, okay, body, header. Okay, so can I define the type?
Interface.
Yes, interface my data. Header is like string, my body is like a string. Now any type of data type. This is my data type. Data is what? Array of what? Objects. Okay, each object should contain how many? Header, body or not. Understood? Up to here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, what next? You have to take the data, na? This data and this data, you have to take it. So for that, I want to create one more, okay, na? Constant, okay, form data. Constant form data. Now see, form data is which type? Form data. Form contains only two fields, header, body. Okay, that is one object. Click on the save button. That object you have to place in the array. Array. Okay, one more time, one more object. One more time, one more object. The objects placed in the array when? At the time of clicking on the button. So my form data is which type? Object. Contains how many properties? Header, body or not. So this is my data, my use state, my data is my type, and which contains header by default empty, my body by default empty or not. Agreed? So can I write like on change? On change, handle change. Okay, same. Can I write like here also? On change, handle change. Okay, na? I want to mention my name equals to, okay, here header, and here my name equals to body. Okay, now one unique identity is required. So can I define handle change here? So constant handle change. Now see, event dot target is nothing but your element. Okay, first time from the element, what you can get it? Name value. Okay, now once you get the name value, I want to set that name value in the object or not. Yes or no? So I don't want to previous values, I don't want to override. That's the reason. First take the existing data and override with the new data. Already key there, override. Update, key not there, insert. Okay, so you have the finally form data built or not. Okay, now this form data, when you want me to keep inside the data? At the time of clicking on the save button. Yes, save button. Now can I write a button? Now on click, okay, handle click. Now come here, constant handle click. Done. Now see here, constant handle click, what you are doing. See, now whenever you click on this one, previous data I don't want to override. Previous data and current object I want to place it. Okay, so this data I want to set here. Now finally, once I click on the save, my form data should be like what? Empty or not. Done. Finally, all array of objects are here. Okay, na? Now here I want to give one button. Okay, show players. Okay, na? I want to give one button called as what? Show players. Okay, na? Show players. How many players are there? 10 players, for example. 10 players data I want to show. In which format? Accordion. Okay, so handle, okay, submit or handle show players. Understood? Huh? Now come here. Go to constant handle show players. Okay, done. Now what you have to do, these players data I want to use, I want to keep inside the accordion. Let's go with the bootstrap accordion. Let's go. Now bootstrap accordion, how it looks like. See, go to accordion. Now see, okay, observe here, you can import accordion. Okay, na? Now here basic example, leave it. Now here your header you have to place it. Here your body you have to place it, and this is one accordion item. Observe here, this is one accordion item, and the next one is like this is one accordion item. Now tell me, in our case, you want me to write like this, or you want me to iterate this accordion item based on your data, na?
We have to
Iterate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is hard coded, na? In our case, not like that. In our case, what? Already data is there with the array of objects format. So how many objects are there? That many accordion items should iterate or not? Yes or no? So that now, can I copy this one? Okay, na? Can I copy this? whenever I click on the show players, then only I want to show that one, right? Otherwise, don't show it. Okay, so can I set a flag? Okay, na? Constant show set set to show. Okay, this is which type? Boolean type, na? Okay, na? So whenever he click on this set to show, okay, you can make it like true. You can make it like true. Now come here, is show. Okay, then only that data is there, na? That data I want to iterate it. That data I want to iterate it. Okay, so let's remove all these things. Okay, inside this div I want to place my accordion. Understood? Done? Okay, accordion, from where you want me to get it? No, accordion component, from where you can get it? Accordion component you can get it from React Bootstrap or not. Okay, React Bootstrap accordion. Okay, now already copied, right? So can I paste here inside this one? Paste it. Okay, accordion. This is my actual accordion. Okay, na? Then now my question is accordion items. So how many are there? Only one is there. But in our case, how many required? I don't know. In my data, how many objects are there? That many. So that can we iterate the data? So how we can iterate the data? Now by using map method, you can iterate the data or not. Yes or no? Now see this one. Same accordion item, event key is there. Event key is nothing but index starts with 0, na? So event key is that one. Next, in the accordion header, what is your header? Item dot header. Yes or no? My object contains how many properties? Two properties, right? Header, body. So the accordion body contains accordion body. So like this, I want to build my accordion based on my data. Okay, see, you have to do some changes based on your requirement. It's not like they are giving, you are using, not like that. You have to do some changes. Okay, na? Up here. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's do this. Now come here. Yes. Okay, first you can write like my player name is like a Sachin. Okay, na? Get some data. Okay, now this is my Sachin data. Okay, now whenever I click on this one, this data stored within the array. Okay, now click on this one. Okay, it's supposed to be clear. It is not clear means something went wrong. So let's inspect it. Okay, is there any errors you are getting? Just check it. Okay, let's go to the source. What is my component name? Players, na? Players.tsx. Now whenever you click on this one, this is only, right? Okay, let's refresh the page. Okay, na? Now Sachin, and this is the one. Click on the save. Okay, now it is coming here or not? Okay, na? Now yes, it is working, but why it is not cleared? You know, the reason is you not set the values to the text area and text box. You have to set the value. So how we can set the value? My value equals to your form data dot header. Yes or no? That is my header value, na? Form data dot header. The next value is what? Value equals to my form data dot body. Form data dot body. Done? Now can I refresh now? Yes, you can refresh it. Now come here. Okay, this is Sachin, and Sachin related data is this one. Save it. Now it is supposed to be cleared. Cleared or not? Okay, the next one is like Dhoni, and about Dhoni, now just you can take this, copy and paste here. Okay, now save it. Now this is also saved. Okay, next Kohli. Now you can put like Kohli. Now this is the data. Now come here. So for how many years later? 2. This is the third one. Now see previous data, how many are there? See,
Okay, it is
2 there or not? The spread operator. Okay, now you are adding your third one. So total how many are there? 3 are there. Now whenever you click on the show players, then what happened? These 3 players. So we are iterator. Okay, every iteration you're creating like what? One accordion item. Yes or no? Now whenever you click on this show players, now see there is accordion created or not. Okay, now Sachin, this is the data, and Dhoni, this is the data, and Kohli, this is the data. This one, you not the person created. This is like a third party library which is coming from React, Bootstrap or not. Understood? This is the way you can. Okay, now here save is what? You have the data. Every time you are saving this data in the array. Instead of saving this data, this object you can give it to the server application. Okay, what he is going to do in the table? Okay, in the table, name body columns are there. This name body is going to save or not. Whenever you click on the show players, and you can retrieve the data in the area of objects or not. Okay, that data you can give it to whom? To my accordion. Understood? Okay, this is the way it's going to work. Okay, na?
I want to fix this application error. So it is showing the React.
Okay, let me stop this one. Okay.